Hello, welcome again. This is Askrev, and I have a question with me today. It says, can a Christian lady ask a guy out? Can a Christian lady ask a guy out? Let's get scriptural and let's get practical. The passiveness of a male is a major problem. When you find a passive male, there is a problem. I don't think that is the kind of man you should want to marry. If a guy likes you, he should walk up to you and ask you out. What if you like the guy and he does not like you? I mean, what are you even looking for in the relationship? The thing is, don't marry somebody you love, marry somebody who loves you. So if you love him and you are not sure he loves you, then don't go into it. But if you love him and you already suspect that he loves you and he's not saying it, then his passiveness is a problem. Adam was passive, he got the fruit from Eve, ate it, and here we are today. Abraham was passive, he took the counsel of Sarah, even when God has said, I will give you a child through Sarah. Took the counsel of Sarah as a passive man. Ishmael was the result, and here we are today. So if you find a passive man, it should bother you. Don't say you love him and then you want to go ahead into the relationship. If he doesn't love you, it should bother you. And what if you now have interest in a guy as a lady? Are you supposed to just sit down and do nothing and allow him slip by? You should understand this. In the kingdom, we do things by conviction, not by emotion. So I'm not going to be dealing majorly with emotions. If you like a guy as a lady, the first thing you should do is go and pray. Tell God, Lord, I like this guy. What's up? If you feel there is a leading in that direction, then there are ways to initiate meaningful interaction. In many cases, these things happen when a guy and a lady have become so close, very close, but the guy is not saying anything. If that is the case, rather than propose to him, what you should do is ask him to define your friendship. Tell him sincerely, I want us to know what we are doing. What are we? When you ask him, if he takes the lead, that is good. If he does not, please don't waste your time. What if he's somebody that you are quite close, but maybe not too close? One of the things you can do is begin to ask important questions, show interest in his life, show interest in his future, be supportive to the best of your ability, be caring to the best of your ability, but make sure you don't compromise, don't cross the line. Doesn't mean you should visit him alone, doesn't mean you should visit him at awkward hours, doesn't mean you should call in the middle of the night asking him if he has eaten and all of those things. Don't compromise, but ask meaningful questions. Take interest in his life, ask about his plans and all of that. If he begins to see that you are taking interest, he may begin to think in your direction. In other words, his antenna may become sensitive, he may begin to peak. If not, that should also bother you. I tell people, okay, for example, as a lady, you believe God is leading, or you have a leading that a guy will be your husband and he's not saying anything. It should also bother you that you are sensitive to pick it, but he is not sensitive to pick it. Don't try to push it. Do you get what I'm saying now? Don't try to push it. Wait, the book of Ruth gives us a standard on this. You remember, if you read the book of Ruth, at the time that Ruth wanted to marry Boaz, she had a way as a Moabite woman, but Naomi taught her to do better. Do you get what I'm saying now? So there are ways a lady can initiate a relationship, but not necessarily by asking the guy out. One of the things you must not do, number one, is don't ask the guy out. Number two, don't seduce the guy. Just show interest. What if he's a guy from afar off? You are not so close, he's an acquaintance. One of the things you do, very simply, when you see him, smile, greet. If the opportunity presents itself, ask questions, strike up conversation. Those are ways to show that, hey, I'm available. And if he picks, good. If he doesn't pick, move on with your life. Don't pitch your tent on a guy that is not even seeing you. You may stay on one spot and the next thing you receive is wedding IV. You'll be heartbroken on a relationship that never existed. If you ask him out, he may play on your intelligence. Those are things you don't even want to risk. Do you get what I'm saying now? If he doesn't love you, it's not worth it. Marry somebody that loves you, not somebody you love. If he's not picking, something is wrong. It's not worth the risk. So on all grounds, I would not counsel a Christian lady to ask a guy out. I would rather say, if you like him, if you feel God is leading you in that direction, show interest, make yourself available, and let him do the chasing. There is honor in that, there is beauty in that, there is prestige in that. You should be chased as a woman, you should not chase a man. God bless you till I come your way next time. Bye.